Hi, I'm Northern Nancy, and I am Rachel Hug's mother. And I'm here to answer some Christmas questions. And I thought I'd start with when do I start getting excited for Christmas? How about January 1st? Outside of that, I actually start getting excited I would say right after all the birthdays. As you know, we have three birthdays right in a row. We have Rachel's on the 27th of November and the twins on the 29th of November. So we have a busy November. Right after that, I really start getting excited about Christmas time. And Rachel asked me too, do I use an advent calendar? No, I don't use an advent calendar, but I do use a book. I have a book of readings for Christmas that I use each day. So that's what I do in that area. I don't have a particularly favorite Christmas movie, but I just never got into that. Rachel asked about a funny Christmas memory, and I would like to relate a little story that my husband told me about one of his Christmases. He and his father and his mother always got a live Christmas tree. So they went out to the Christmas tree lot and they saw a beautiful tree, perfect shape, smelled really fresh, looked really green. Ah, that's the tree. So they went and got it and brought it home. Well, they ran into a little problem. First of all, it was too tall. So, okay, they started chopping off on the bottom, on the trunk of the tree. And so eventually they ended up with about this much in the tree stand. Then it still wouldn't fit in the living room. It was scraping the ceiling. So they started snipping a little off of the top. So, okay, they put it in a corner, and here's this beautiful tree. Well, it was too big this way. So they started chopping off a few branches from the sides. So finally they got it up in the corner and got it all straightened out, and it was beautiful, even being chopped up a bit. Then they started putting the lights on, the ornaments, the tinsel, and they looked at it. Oh, they plugged it in. It was beautiful. And it went down. After all the chopping on the top and on the bottom, all the decorating, it went down. So, at the time, it was not funny. Now, looking back on it, that must have been hilarious. So they set it back up again, and this time they tied it to the wall. They actually put stuff in the wall to hold it up. But that was the funny story, and I couldn't resist telling that one. So Rachel also asked, what is your typical Christmas day like? Well, fortunately, we have a tree standing up and not falling down. But my Christmas day is, we get up early. The guys and I, because they're still living here, we eat breakfast. And then we open our gifts that we give. And that's our typical morning. Then in the afternoon, we look forward to having the family come. Rachel, Rick, Chrissy, Devante, and Jesse. Everybody comes over and we have a nice Christmas dinner. And another one of the questions was, what do we eat on Christmas? Well, we have the traditional ham and the potatoes, Fluffy J. It wouldn't be Christmas without Fluffy J. And a cake and a vegetable. And that's about it. Pickles and olives, too, because Rachel loves olives, and so do I. Our Christmas traditions, are the day after Christmas. We started this tradition while my husband was still with us, and we would, because he would have off from work. So on the day after Thanksgiving, we would start putting up all the Christmas decorations. And it usually would take us 2 days. So we would start with the decorations for the room first, and then the last thing we would do would be the tree. But that was one of our Christmas traditions, and that was one we still observe right up to this day. We start the day after Thanksgiving. My favorite Christmas gift was, I would say, would be the gift of our Savior first. Without that, there wouldn't be Christmas. My next gift would be three Christmas gifts. Because my children's birthday is so close to December, I consider the birth of Rachel, David, and Douglas my 3 other best Christmas gifts. And then when they were little, then they were so excited for Christmas. But those are my other 3 Christmas gifts, favorite ones. We get a real fake Christmas tree now. So we went with the artificial one. I think the reason my husband liked that idea so much was he didn't want a repeat of the falling down Christmas tree. He knew how to do artificial ones and have them be safe. So that's about it. That's about our Christmas traditions and meals and all the things that we do on Christmas. That's our Christmas. Adios.